Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakwakwadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders, apostles, bishops of Great Millstone, GMS, and the Achium, the brothers who learned from them this 100% truth and spread it far and wide. This video try to be concise, just show a link, read a scripture, show a link, read a scripture. And it's kind of a continuation of, I think, what I did in the last video. It's just links that I found, and when I find these links and I see them for myself, I'm thinking about scriptures that relate to these, so I'll do that. Let me just open the Blue Letter Bible to prepare. Okay, so we have the Bible ready, and so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pretty interesting links. Again, it's like a breaking news or in the news type thing. And I'm just gonna start from, I guess, the most recent one that I sent myself, which is, as you can see, huge crows in Tel Aviv stormed the area for more hell to come. The situation in Israel is terrifying in every respect. This is his caption to this video of what's happening. Obviously the music is dramatized, but it is a very dramatic moment, man. Crows hovering, in Tel Aviv, and just to start that off, let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew, because there's a scripture there that relates to birds gathering in placements, where judgment happens. And in this case, clearly Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai sent those crows there in anticipation, Lord willing, for what is to come, okay? Because we know what's going to happen to Israel, right? That landmass. And we know, and the people, very soon. But right now I'm talking about that landmass, and obviously what's going to happen in Babylon. So let's go to Matthew 24, verse 28. And it reads, "For wheresoever the carcass is, there will be eagles be gathered together." Okay, and I know the word says there'll be eagles gathered together, but you could take it as, birds gathering where destruction, death, sickness, wherever there's death, these birds will gather, okay, and, pick off your carcasses, right? That's what, not every bird, but some of these birds, that's their purpose. They eat the carcass of dead animals as a cleanup, right? And maybe, well, there have been some deaths in Tel Aviv. I think that it was bombed, or something of that sort. But there are deaths in Tel Aviv, and now the birds are the gathering, the crows. This is and there's other posts relating to that where they talk about specifically crows is a bad omen. I'm quickly looking right now to see if I see anything where it says like specifically. Oh, okay, ravens. Okay, ravens. Okay, okay, okay. I guess I could read Proverbs. Let's check Proverbs. This is in 30 and verse 17. It reads, "The eye that mocketh at his father, and despiseth to obey his mother, the ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it." So ravens are, you can say they're basically crows. That's what they do, man. When they gather like that, they eat and they pick off of carcasses, right? Um, they eat dead things. They do. I think they do hunt live as well, but they're known to pick at carcasses. These birds here, man. I don't want to play this game because I don't really care for that music, but here's the first link with some scriptures. Now let's check out this professional cornhole player who's also a quadruple amputee is facing murder charges in Maryland. His name there, age 27, was behind the wheel of a car when he shot and killed his front seat passenger. You could tell this person, okay, you could tell this guy here is, he's a Edomite, man. There's just no way around it. Like, this is a typical Edomite, because one thing you know about Edomites, they love their sword. All right, I'm speaking in code. You know what that means. They love their swords because that's their blessing. Okay, let's check Genesis chapter 27, and we'll read verse 39. It reads, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword," I'm reading 40, "and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off of thy neck." I read 39, 40. These two scriptures, they're super heavy because it tells you about Esau. But what I should have done, I should have went to 38, okay? Because then you understand who um 39, 40 is talking about. So let me read 38 real quick, and it reads, "And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Question mark. Bless me, even also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept." And then, then Isaac, told Esau what his blessing is, which is the sword. I'm going to say this so harshly. How can a fucking what? A quadruple amputee. What do they call it? What was the fuck. I don't, I don't even want to. It's not I want to. I can't really say it right now. I need to fucking read it to say it properly. But how can a person like this, man, no, no hands, no legs, killed his front seat passenger? Look at this. Man. smiling at the end. Yo, Esau, this is just. I mean, if you can understand the scriptures, it's so plain to see who Esau is, man. How can a person like this, with arms like that, kill somebody? Only Esau, man. I don't even feel like going too deep into it, man. You this is Esau. Even if he's fucked up, and I'm saying this harsh because, man, if Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gave you this lot to have no arms, no legs, and he doesn't look retarded, like, I don't know, maybe he is. I don't know. I didn't hear him speak, but I don't know. He looks like that's his only setback, I guess. No arms, no legs, no mental retardation. I would rather be no. Let me not even fucking say that, but no arms, no legs, and you still have it in you to use a sword to kill somebody. Only Esau, only Esau. Okay, only Esau could do some fuck shit like that, man. And only Jake could do some fuck shit like this. Seeing black ice agents doesn't sit right with my spirit. And the funny thing about this one is, here goes some. I'm gonna scroll into the comments. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this, but whatever. Look at these retarded Jake who are, this very clearly, okay, is an unfortunate story, but you can't see that. And they're saying because he's Caribbean, right? Because he's a Benjamite, I'm guessing, that he has no say, right? This is Jake for you, man. Actually, I can't tell. Millions of Charlie Kirks. This is probably a Edomite, but look at this fucking homosexual, Andre Williams. Oh man, you know he's one of those fuck. What are those twins names? Those twin fucking quote unquote light skinned conservative black guys. Fuck. I don't know, they're twins. Just there you look. How Let's read what he has to say. How dare black people have a job and love their country? Anytime a black person is successful or doing better, other black people find a way to shit on that. I would rather have a Tyrone and Jamal working instead of playing 2K every day, and having Shaniqua do this instead of selling pussy to pay rent. So basically, what you're saying is, like, I'm gonna give an example. If you can follow, you can follow, but it's like, oh, um, I would rather have a weed smoker than a crack smoker, or I would rather have I don't know, I would rather have a drunkard than a drug dealer or whatever. Like, two wrongs. Yeah, we don't want Shaniqua selling her parts, and we don't want Tyrone and Jamal wasting away, you know, playing Esau's technology. But this doesn't justify that at the end of the day, unfortunately, Jake, when you sign up to be a ICE agent, you have to think about it that here you are doing Esau's will to round up. And we heard the story, okay? We heard the story where these ICE detention centers are full of dark skin to brown skin to light skin Jake, right? Of all tribes, and there's lots of girls, not even women, young girls that are pregnant, right? And are clearly being abused. So when you're doing this and you're sending your own brothers and sisters into camps like this, you don't see anything wrong with that? I'm gonna leave it there because I said something about ICE, something like don't trust your enemies because hey, what's gonna happen when Esau turns around and says, we don't need your kind anymore, pal, you know, and then turns on you, right? What happens for you when damn, now I'm hold on. Excuse me. What happens when, you know, shit intensifies and now you're grabbing people that look like you? Are you gonna continue? You're not gonna feel no type of nothing? Right? By then it'll be too late. The damage you've done will be too late. Shit. Get out while you can. More videos on Tel Aviv being surrounded by crows. It's a beautiful thing, really. It's a beautiful thing, really, because this isn't fucking radio magnetic frequency. This isn't fucking um the military shooting lasers to round these birds here. This is very clearly Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai commanding the beasts of the air, right? These crows to circle over Amalek. Okay. I don't know if I should. Okay. Here go Grok. It's AI. Bringing up, yeah, I read that, didn't I? 24, 28. Wherever the carcasses, the vultures will gather. Yeah, damn near. I think this is what I read. Okay. God is Israel's shield. Haters go hard or loose. Who the fuck is this? I thought it was somehow Eve or something, but maybe not. Either way, another video on that. It's getting very real. Now, it's my last one for today. This is getting juicy, man. It's getting juicy. Let's find out. What I saw this and I wanted to watch with you guys. So first watch here. ICE is buying incinerators, and now we have proof. A Navy contract was just released showing the Navy is managing the construction of a massive network of immigration detention centers across the nation. And what's included in the contract is extremely disturbing. It describes tent cities that can hold 10,000 people each with a specific provision for biohazard incinerators under the medical and death section. That means they are specifically planning for death and choosing to burn the evidence right there on site. The reason DHS is paying the Navy $55 billion for this is so they can get this nationwide network of giant detention centers with infrastructure for handling death built as quickly as possible. And they tried to do it quietly by updating the Navy's existing contract to make this deal instead of creating a new contract specifically for this. Here are my sources if you want more information. Crazy. So these ICE camps where It's mainly Jake. Okay, it's where mainly Jake is being held up now. They have incinerators. Okay, and if it wasn't made obvious in the video, an incinerator, specifically these ones here that have I think she said something along the lines of extra amenities for biohazard, right? And biology. It's like to do with cells, or to put it in English, these like the biohazard is to do with human waste, human cells, human beings, okay, human bodies, right? So does that mean they're planning on burning you, Jake? Does that mean they plan on, you know, well, who knows what's going to happen? Are they using it now? Are they going to, are they going to get rid of the evidence, of these pregnant children? This is getting wicked, okay? And these things won't just somehow go away. These things might be used on us, right? When that time comes, when we get deeper and deeper into Jacob's trouble. These things might be used for you, right? Or they might threaten you with this. What are you going to do, Jake? Are you going to keep your faith, or are you going to sell out, right? Are you going to take the C hip, or would you rather die in one of these? Lord willing, that's not how any of the elect have to go. Lord willing, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai puts that spirit that he put on those three brothers, and the names are escaping me now, but I did do a lesson on that. It's one of my first few videos about that story where an angel protected three men in a similar, like a pit, is a pit of fire, something like that, you know damn near an incinerator. It was so hot that the two guards that escorted these three men died. That's how hot it was. And they came out unscathed. They came out. No, I should read it. Hold on. That was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and that is in Daniel. I read this in another video, so there's nothing wrong with reading it here again. 25. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm looking for Daniel, not Amos. The point is in like maybe like 21 to 26 to 27. Basically, in this furnace, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were put in a it's not called an incinerator in the Bible. It's like a furnace. Okay, they were put in a furnace. They came out unscathed. Not even their clothes smell like smoke. Right? In reason 27. Okay, and the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's council being gathered together saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Not a single hair was singed, was burnt, and not even a single thread of their coats was burnt. Neither did not their beards, not their mustache, not their hair, nothing on them smelled like smoke or fire. Okay, Lord willing, if that is your lot and you're in the elect, Yahweh Shem Yahushai can deliver you like that. But as we know, some brothers in this are going to have to die for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. So don't let Esau tease you, turn it up to maybe 25%. You feel the heat. It's, I can feel it. Let me not even make that joke, but let me not do that voice. But, don't think because it doesn't happen to you. It's, oh, okay, let me just take the chip. Nope. You better be prepared to sacrifice yourself, right? Make that sacrifice the same way Yahushua had to die. Some of us are going to have to die. So let me end it there. This is not sure why I sent myself this. I'll have to just more wickedness in Babylon, but I just sent myself. Did I send myself this? Yeah, I sent the link and I just didn't get quite to it, but yeah, more links, more prophecy being fulfilled, okay? More knowing who, your enemy is. Don't trust your enemy, no matter how innocent they look, man. Look, right? Do not trust your enemy, Jake, right? Get out of his system. Get out of his system of oppression this year. And for you Amalekites, okay? What can I say, man? Your time has come. Your time has come. Yahweh is returning very soon. Yahweh is extremely displeased with you. The world is displeased with you, Amalekites, you Edomites, and your judgment is near. Maybe I think that's what I'll name. I'll name the title "Judgment is Near," and then something. So with that, shalom, shalom. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for allowing me to get another lesson out. I really do hope it was edifying to you, hopeful elect, you men, and very few women watching this. The water to the elders, apostles, the bishops who teach this 100% truth, who have taught me this 100% truth. I didn't have to meet them in person, the internet, has spread this gospel far and wide. The water to the brothers, who are constantly making videos, constantly edifying the sheep, and you watching now, I say shalom, on to the next.